There guys, today I'm working on another project. The 57 is on hold right now because of waiting on parts. And what else was I working on? Biscayne, the turbo, waiting on parts. So this is all stuff that I'm waiting on parts. So I figured I'd pull out an oldie but goodie. I think y'all are gonna like it. So I've got something that needs some brake work on it. So what are we working on today? We are working on a 1967 M715. Now this is a Kaiser Jeep, military, very rugged vehicle. The weak point is the 230 cubic inch Tornado 6-cylinder that's in it. They were notoriously bad for blowing head gaskets, and this one has done it several times, not on my watch, but you know, since Granddaddy had it. So this is the interior. I'm gonna roll down the window a little bit, get a little airflow in here. All right, good enough. So this is pretty funny. We have a ignition here. We don't want to forget the stop lights. You got to turn that on. And manual transmission. We've got e-brake here. We've got like an high-low for the transfer case in the four-wheel drive. So no power steering. No power nothing. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with the brakes. I'm hoping that changing them over to a dual master cylinder will help with the brakes hanging up a little bit. Probably won't, but it's wishful thinking. The pedal is real tight, high and tight, which I guess is good. But if anything were to happen to these brakes, like a brake line bust, you might as well just hang it up. This is 5,500 pounds barreling down the highway with no stopping, except for a hanging up brake. So, anyhow, I'm gonna go to lunch, and when I get back, we're gonna pull this into the shop and start tearing the brakes down. Love this truck. All right, it is the next day. I'm gonna be pulling in the M715, and we are gonna get started on replacing the master cylinder, and then I'm going to be running some new lines and see what we can do here. So let me go ahead and pull this bad boy in and get started on it. I love this truck. Such an awesome truck. Woo! Thing's tall. Alright, so here is what we've got. We have a single master cylinder. We have a single master cylinder here, which works fine, but if you have, let's say, a front brake line brake, you lose all your brakes. If you have a rear brake line brake, you lose all your brakes. I'm switching it over to a dual master cylinder. So this is, I've ordered 2 master cylinders. We have, these are like O'Reilly's Brake Best. we've got a 10 1292 and a 10 1331. So the 10 1292 is from a late 60s Jeep Gladiator, which, you know, this is the Gladiator on steroids, and it had a dual master cylinder on it. And this one, the 1331, is from like a late 60s Chevy pickup truck. I got both because I wasn't sure what I was going to use. I think I'm going to use the 1331, the 10-1331, which is the Chevrolet master cylinder. And the reason why I'm going to do this is it has a larger bore on the master cylinder, which means it's going to deliver more fluid to the wheel cylinders on this truck. Now that can make the brake pedal harder. Like if you use a smaller bore, the brake pedal will move more, but you'll have a looser clutch, but you'll have more braking power. Whereas the larger bore delivers more fluid, but the brake pedal is going to be harder. Well, I'm assuming that the wheel cylinders on this truck are massive, so we're going to be going with the larger bore master cylinder, which is for the like 1969 Chevrolet pickup truck. That's part number 10-1331. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some PB Blaster on this master cylinder so I can get the brake line loose and pull the master cylinder off. And then I'm going to hopefully the Chevrolet master cylinder will bolt right up. Something tells me it will. So let me get this thing lubed up and start taking it apart. So far things are going well. I've got the master cylinder in, and I went out to the store and got some new fittings for the master cylinder. In fact, they are installed. These are just some extras because I wasn't 100% sure if I had the right ones. I wish I had the part numbers for y'all, but it's pretty simple. You just whatever master cylinder you get, just get the brass fittings to match the thread in the master cylinder and get it to match the brake line going to it. So remember the brake line that went to the original master cylinder? Here it is right here. And look at this. Matches up perfectly. We're going to attach it to this rear fitting on this master cylinder, and then down at the junction block down below, we're going to take the line going to the rear brakes off. We're going to stick a plug. We're going to stick a plug in it, and the part number is, it's a Edelman part number 120400. It's a quarter, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plug and I'm going to block off in the junction block down below. I'm going to plug it off, and then I'm going to use a union part number, it's an AGS, it's a tube size 1/4, thread size 7/16 by 24 inverted. We're going to use this union to join the two brake lines together. What I'm going to do is the front one here. I'm going to make a brand new brake line. So this conversion only requires making one brake line, and that's going down to the union, going to the rear brakes. Pretty easy. I've done these conversions on multiple vehicles, never an M715, this is a first, but on like my 66 Chevy truck, my, what else, 57 Chevy, and numerous other vehicles. So I'm going to get to tightening up these lines so we can try to get these brakes working tonight before it gets dark, because I would love to go out for a ride with this dual master cylinder setup. So far so good, guys. So before I get too far ahead of myself, here's the brake line going down to the union. I got it hooked up to the back. Let's go underneath and I'm going to show you the union I'm talking about. So it's the same one that on this one that the brake switch is hooked up to. It's a 4-way block, 5-way if you count the brake switch. So what I'm going to do, so that brake line comes down to this block. In fact, it's at the top, which I don't really have too much room to show you. So I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. So what we're going to do, that little plug that we're talking about, I'm going to be undoing this line right here at this block, that rear line, and I'm going to be putting a plug in it. Then I'm going to use the union coming from this line with a new brake line joined at the other end of the union, going up to the master cylinder up there, and it's going to go to the front of the master cylinder. Then I'll be able to bleed the master cylinder and have brakes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I finished the brake job. I think it turned out pretty good. I haven't road tested it yet, but here's some more of the part numbers I got. The line down below turned out to be a 3/8. Got a part number here, 123300. That's a, or .302 times 3. I don't know. And then 120400. That's Edelman. And then part number 120300. All these are parts that I used on this project. So it's getting late. Well, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to be going home, taking a shower, and tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to take this thing for a ride. Let me see if I can at least back it out and stop it. see if the brakes work. They feel good. I need to bleed the brakes still. Alright, see you guys in the morning. Okay, the truck has done fantastic. I'm very happy with it. I do need to go pick up another project. It's something I'm going to turn into a camper. So, with that. So guys, that's it for today's video. I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the M715 content. Thank you for 100,000